Hey guys, welcome to day 176 of my Road to 2000 series. We are currently rated 1873 after a few good games in a row right now. It's another week, we're gonna play another 10-0 match. Rated against an 1856. We're gonna go for the Caro-Kann here, of course. Yeah, okay, in immediate c5. Okay, he takes. There are multiple ways to play this, but I think e6 is like the main idea, and usually they play something like this, then I can go here, attack both of these pawns. Let's go for e6 and knight c6. Okay, there is this too. This is, oh, oops, okay. Well, at least at least it's not the worst mouse slip ever, but okay. I wanted to say there's also like taking on c5 and then there's b4. Okay, we can do it still, but now I don't really like it. Yeah, that was definitely not what I wanted to do. So normally, now of course we lost the tempo, but if we would have taken here, he played b4 and we moved back, and then he would have probably played here. So yeah, there, and now he has one extra move, of course. Okay, now I'm thinking about going something like f6 and trying to open up this side of the board, but maybe I'll start with knight d7, although knight d7, I don't know. Okay, a6, I don't know, now I'm not really sure. I feel like I'm already a little bit worse, of course, because I've lost the tempo, but okay. We can go knight d7 and maybe f6, something like that. Try to get my knight out. Okay, let's go here, and let's go f6. The problem is if we're not careful, we'll be in a very difficult situation. He cannot bring the queen out, which is important, because otherwise he could sacrifice probably. So if he could go queen here, it would be very devastating. Do we just take? I guess we just take, right? I mean, there is takes, queen here, but then I can block, but then he takes. I mean, I gotta be a little bit careful here, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta be a little bit careful. If I take there, I need to get my knight out here, that's the problem. Okay, let's see. If I take and he takes with the knight, I can also just develop my knight first. Maybe that's better, huh? There. That all doesn't work. So I think I'm gonna take, but if he takes with the knight, I'm just gonna play knight f6, I think. Because I don't think, yeah, it looks like he, yeah, I think he can just take. I don't know if he realizes that he can probably just take, because if I take back, there's queen h5. And if I block, there's just takes. If I do this, he just takes my knight. So taking here with this knight should be fine. Probably gonna go with knight f6. If I play knight f6, he can never come in, which is very important. And I think I should have got rid of this pawn, because this pawn was obviously a very big thorn in my in the development of my knight, of course. My opponent is probably thinking about taking here on e5 with his knight. I think he's just thinking about it, because I mean, I think you have to, because if you don't, if you play anything else right now, there's e4 of course coming, and I think you're just getting forked. Although e4 is also very tricky because he still has this queen h5 check somehow, somewhere. But maybe I can just go king f8, which also looks very crazy, but yeah. The problem with this setup is that I sometimes get into a very passive setup. So sometimes it just happens that I become very passive here, and yeah, my pieces aren't very active. They're all on my own half. He already has a little bit more activity here. But yeah. My opponent is taking his time, that's good for me. He was playing pretty quickly up until this point, so I think it's nice that he takes his time. There's maybe also just something like b2, but then I can take here, but then he takes here. So bishop b2, I might also just go knight f6. And then takes. He moves back. Okay, that's bad. That's for sure bad. Because I can just push through. Although there is still queen here. So there. So that's the difference, you know. But then, okay, he doesn't get to come in. Yeah, so if I go here, queen is a mistake because I attack both his queen and his... so here, he has to probably go back, then knight here. Maybe that's the idea. I do open up this though. But I think that should be fine. So I'm gonna go here. I'm not afraid of this because I can go here. Yeah, okay. Although now there is also this. So there. Okay, I gotta go knight f6 though, right? I mean, there's really not another option. And then I might have to play g6. I'm not a big fan of this actually. The bishop h5 check is a little bit annoying. I can take and then go here maybe. But now my kingside will be very weak. So bishop h5 is annoying for sure. And I'm still very passive. I mean, you have to go bishop h5, right? If you don't go bishop h5 right now, I'll castle and I'll be completely fine here. Yeah, now I'm just fine, I guess. Although I also don't really like there takes and then takes and takes because I double up my pawns. But if I castle right now, maybe I'll take first and then castle. Although he does get some play here on the diagonal if I castle. Castling this side will also be very dangerous. I can also push and push, but yeah, push. Where does his knight go? Where does his knight go? Actually here. So there. But then he just takes. So there. And how do I protect the pawn? I probably can I? But I do disallow him from opening up. So there. And this pawn is probably gone, which is not very good, of course. I don't really like pushing. I don't really like taking. Castling there. Difficult one. I'm not entirely sure what to do here. I don't really want to take. Yeah, I mean, taking might be the best thing to do, huh? Okay, I'm gonna take. I think that's the best thing to do. Just keep these pawns, castle, and just try to... I mean, castling looks very dangerous here. It really does. I'm not sure if that is the right move, but I don't really have another choice, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna castle. I think it's gonna be very dangerous because he gets this bishop here. Although it is very good protected, he also opens up his light square bishop. I think the light square bishop is definitely misplaced though, but yeah. Okay, that is an odd move. I don't think that's a good move. But how do I continue here? Maybe a5 takes there. Okay, I'm gonna go a5. I think if he pushes, I'm just gonna take a5. If he takes, I'm gonna take, and then take this. Okay, let's go a5. I think I want to open up this side of the board, get this beautiful diagonal here with my dark squared bishop if I can. I don't really get this move at all. I don't really know what you want. You should play like bishop b2, develop this knight, try to attack somehow. You should bring your queen, your rook. But yeah, it's difficult. And we only have 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. Once again, we are the time is passing very quickly. For some reason, if I make the YouTube videos and I play chess, the time seems to go like twice as fast because I keep talking, and yeah, I know, it's just different. A lot different, but yeah, we should be doing fine here. We are still a little bit passive, but I don't think he is very active as well. So I think we should be relatively equal here. He takes with the but now I can take here, right? I think I should be able to take here. If he takes, I'm taking, and then taking. See if this works. If he takes, I'm gonna take first. If he blocks, I'm gonna take, of course. So take there, and then just here. There's no fork or anything. Okay, he goes here immediately. Sure. Might just bring my bishop back, maybe. Or my knight, actually. Any annoying things here? Don't think there really are that many annoying things. Okay, let's just bring my knight back. There's no like fork or anything. This knight is obviously not really annoying. I mean, yeah, no, it's not really annoying. It's on the edge of the board. It doesn't really watch anything here, so should be fine. I can maybe go here, try to get the bishop. Okay, he goes knight back, of course, makes sense. Takes there, doesn't work. Okay, let's go knight here. Let's go after this bishop. Maybe we can put my knight here. I think I want to obviously develop my light square bishop now. I can maybe also take this actually. If he takes back, I can take the rook here. So bishop takes would have been a move earlier on. I'm gonna go for this, and I'm gonna try to win this with the bishop pair. Yeah. Okay, let's see, what do we do here? How do we continue? Maybe we can go for queen c7. Is queen c7 a good move? Is there anything annoying? Okay, let's go queen c7. I want to go knight g4, attack this, attack this. Although his knight is now here, so that probably isn't really a threat, I think. But yeah, at the same time, I can maybe sacrifice. Interesting one. We should also definitely get my light square bishop off the back rank, so my rooks are connected, because, yeah. And we have time issues once again, just like my opponent. That's at least a good thing for me. But yeah, this is gonna be difficult. Okay, let's just develop my bishop. I think we should just play quickly right now, because now it is all about time management. And yeah, we should just develop our bishop, maybe here, maybe something like this. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. This pawn is obviously a little bit weak, so we should be careful about that. We should also still try to make good moves, of course, because yeah, chess is also about making good moves. Knight e4, knight g3 maybe. He should probably just develop his queen or something. Queen here maybe. Then I might still go here. Queen here loses a pawn actually, but I don't know if that's as bad as it looks. Okay, my opponent is now down on time, so which is very good for us, and there's no increment, so I think we should just play quickly. I think that's gonna be very important. And we should just not blunder, which is also gonna be very important. Okay, he wants to get after my knight here. That makes sense. Do I want to allow that? Maybe not. If I go here, any annoying moves? Okay, let's go here. Maybe bishop f6. His queen is not really able to come into the game right now, which is good for us, of course. This would hang a fork. Yeah, like I mentioned, I think it's gonna come down to time, because there's a lot of shuffling here, and yeah, we try to find the best moves, but it is obviously very difficult. So I think we should be very good. Okay, he wants to get this light square bishop off the board, maybe. Okay. Yeah. Is there any check? So if I go here and he takes, I get take first, then he takes, then I take. Then he takes. Okay, let's go. Let's go bishop here. Yeah, I think this just results into a big trade, but okay. It's good for me that we trade, because obviously I'm up on time right now. Obviously you shouldn't take my rook here now. I mean, you can and then play rook f1 yourself, I guess. That's a possibility. Okay, he wants me to take, which I'm obviously not going to do. Yeah, maybe here. here, here, maybe here, there. Okay, if I go here, he can take, and take. Which looks pretty bad. Okay, maybe here then, there's this push, which is a bit annoying. Maybe I just leave my queen here. Can also go like this, okay. Okay, let's go here. There is knight e2, of course. But my opponent is not going to blunder that, of course. I don't believe in that, of course. Wow, okay. Okay, I didn't believe that my opponent was going to blunder this, but okay, sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, at 1800, I wouldn't say opponents blunder like that, but sure, of course. Okay, let's analyze the game. Yeah, I mean, this is chess, I guess, right? I mean, yeah, obviously this is a blunder I was meaning to take here. And yeah, now I'm just a little bit worse because, I mean, obviously I just lost the tempo for no reason, which is not what I wanted to do. So I realized that I was probably a little bit worse here, but lucky for me, my opponent played this, which is a bad move, I think. Yeah, he could have. I think he could have taken here, right? Or not? No, it's not. That actually doesn't work. So what about this though? Oh, I can block here. Okay, yeah, I missed this move. I thought I had to block here, and then there's just takes. And if I take, he takes my rook. This would have been devastating for me, of course, but I can obviously just go here. And although he can maybe win this, I don't know, that also doesn't really look good. Nope. So now I'm just better. So, okay, he couldn't have taken here, which was important. But he could go here. Yeah, okay. And although it looks like I'm winning a knight, there is obviously queen here, and now he can win this. So, yeah. So there was a better move, of course. Taking your knight back wasn't the best move, and I should have played bishop here instead of knight, which looks good. But I understand it because you now have to move this or maybe this or something, which doesn't look all that well. Yeah. So let's see. I took here, which is also not the best move. I should have just castled, but now I was a little bit unhappy about this structure with my double pawns here, which I didn't really like. So I should have probably just taken back with the pawn here. Yeah, this is a little bit better, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like this from afar. Yeah, so I decided to take first and then castle, which is still arguably fine. And yeah, so this is a move, knight c5 is a move, bishop e3 is not the best thing. Apparently I can just go here, really. I can just leave this, because there's still this. Yeah, okay. That makes sense, I guess. So I should have pushed the pawn. Now knight e5 is the best move. Taking wasn't the best thing to do. I understand. Queen c7 is good. h3 was bad. h3 was bad because of e5 again. Okay, yeah. I should really try to improve on when to push my pawns or not, because I often have the... I often feel like I shouldn't push the pawns at all. I just leave them in the center there. But yeah, I should learn when to advance my pawns. Yeah, and this is a mistake, but yeah, I kind of felt like bishop f6 wasn't the best thing to do. I kind of felt like this resulted in a lot of trades, but I was happy here to trade, of course, because I'm down on time. So I was like, okay, we can just trade everything here and go for some sort of end game. But yeah, if my opponent would have just went here, it would have been this would have been fine for him. There's no check. I should have probably just went back here, or maybe here. Yeah, something like this would probably occur. Oh, there's now, of course, a hanging queen, which I should not forget about. So I should take like this. Yeah, so, yeah, but lucky for me, my opponent blundered knight e2, and yeah, that's a good way to end the game here. And yeah, now we are 1881, almost 1900. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.